Okay, only 2 vehicles are permitted to cross a bridge that leads to Honeymoon Island State Park. The toll for the bridge is 50 cents for motorcycles and $1 for cars and trucks. On Saturday, the toll booth attendant collected $150, and the vehicle counter recorded 170 vehicles crossing the bridge. How many motorcycles and how many cars and trucks crossed the bridge that day? All right, a lot of information involved there. When you're talking about money, money stays together. So we have 50 cents for motorcycles, $1 for cars, and the total amount was $150. So for every motorcycle, we don't know what they are, so I'm going to call them M. 50 cents for the M, plus $1 for the cars and trucks, I'm just going to call them C, and totally collected $150. There's one equation you just wrote. The vehicle counter counted 170 vehicles. Well, we have a total of 170 vehicles. Well, what types of vehicles do we have? We have some motorcycles, and we have some cars and trucks. There's your second equation. Now, I've got 2 separate equations, and I want to be able to solve for some types of motorcycle, how many motorcycles and how many cars and trucks. It's already set up as kind of a system of equations where I can eliminate. And we call them addition in this book, but again, it can be elimination, using addition, I don't care. In this case, if I have common coefficients, 1 and 1 here, right, on the common variables, I look at the sign in front of them. They're both positive. If they're the same sign, I subtract. So I'm going to subtract these 2 equations. So 50 minus 1, or 0.5 minus 1, because there's a 1 here, even though we don't see it. I get negative 0.5 m. The c's cancel out, and 150 minus 170 is a negative 20. All right, so now you divide both sides by the negative 0.5, and realize when you divide by a decimal, you're really increasing your number. And really 0.5 is like a half. And when you multiply by 0.5 or when you divide by 0.5 or a half, you're really multiplying by 2. So negative 20 times 2, or negative 20 divided by 0.5, still get the same answer as a positive 40. So there are 40 motorcycles that have crossed the bridge on Saturday. However, now we need to find the number of cars. And the easiest one for me is to use that second equation, m plus c equals 170. And then all I do is replace m with 40. So 40 plus c equals 170. Subtract both sides by 40. And I get c equals 130. So I have 130 cars and trucks that have crossed the bridge on Saturday. And it's as easy as that. You just have to take your time, try not to get in a hurry, and rationally think, what's given to me, what need I need to group, set up my equations, and then the solving elimination is not very hard.